Hey guys, so I'm so excited to make this video for you. So I know that I should be putting my wrap up today, but the overwhelming response to the book club question that I posted in my last video was like astounding. So I just kind of wanted to get this ball rolling and see if you guys want to start it this month, and I could give you options of books that I'm considering reading for it. And I just want your overall input on how you guys think you want it to run. I have some ideas floating around right now of how I want it to go, but while we're in the month of October, we kind of have a preset theme of like October horror, spooky type books. I figure that's a fairly good place to start because everybody's reading those types of books right now, so why not? If you guys want to start it this month, I'm game, because these are books that I kind of want to get to this month anyway. So first order of business, we need a name. I have zero ideas for clever, punny book club names, so if you have any, leave them in the comments because I need to start coming up with those, because I'm thinking about creating a Goodreads group that we can all join and we can all talk on, but I'm definitely going to do either a live stream video or just a video in general where I'll leave the comments kind of open to you guys and we can all talk on there, or we can have like a hashtag on Twitter or Instagram if you guys want to communicate on there. Let me know what you guys are comfortable with as far as talking about books. I know most of you guys through this channel, so I figured comments on videos would be a good option. I've never done a live stream video, so no promises on how that would possibly go, but I can try it. So I picked out 4 books that I happen to have on my shelves that I think are kind of covering all bases, and they all kind of fall into the October Halloween type reads if you're looking for that vibe. So the first book that I've had sitting on my shelf is Far, Far Away by Tom McNeal. This is a book that I know for a fact is on Book Outlet, is pretty much always on Book Outlet, and is pretty much always in the bargain sections of Books A Million and Barnes & Noble. So if you want a cheap, actual physical version of this book, definitely check it out there. All of these books that I'm mentioning, I also checked onto my account on Overdrive. I belong to 3 library systems because I've lived in 3 different counties since I started my Overdrive account, and all 3 of them have all of these books in both an ebook and sometimes an audiobook version. So there are many cheap options to go with if you are interested in looking into getting these books. This is kind of a ghost type story from what I'm getting from the vibes of this. I haven't seen that many reviews, and this is a book that a lot of people have told me to go into blind, but it's about a boy in a town who hears whisperings, and there's a spooky house with some green smoke. It just looks very Halloween-y to me. This is a YA book, so if you guys want to go this route, let me know. The next book is a classic if you guys are looking to kind of like broaden your horizons and try and get a more well-rounded reading experience through this book club. I have never read Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, so I figured this is a good opportunity. This is a book that is obviously free at pretty much all online databases just because it is a classic. So check Overdrive, check just online library sources because you can generally read classics online for free. This is also on Book Outlet in like 20 different versions. Also, it's a classic, so it's literally in all bookstores for very, very cheap. I don't know if you guys need an explanation about Frankenstein, but I personally haven't read it yet. It's one of the very few classics that I haven't touched, and I would love to get to it because I've heard that it's actually very easy to read and a very quick, enjoyable read. So option number 2. Option number 3 is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. This is a book that's been sitting on my shelf for a while. A lot of you may have already read this. I just personally haven't, and it's been one of those books that everybody on BookTube seemed to love last year, and I just never got around to it. But it's a very cool adult mystery horror thriller that has a lot of like case file type stuff in it, that's based around a horror movie director where I believe the films start to weave in with his actual life, and I believe a murder that happened. That's the worst description ever. I apologize for that. But this is a book that I always see in bargain sections in bookstores. It's also on all of my Overdrive accounts. This is the only book though that is not on Book Outlet currently. It may show up at some point, but if you guys also happen to have this, I would love to get to it this month. So option number 3. And option number 4 is The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. I was so excited to get to this book when it came out because Alison Goodman is one of my favorite authors. She wrote Eon and Iona, and she just is amazing, and I just haven't gotten to this yet. This is described as Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Victorian England, and that is amazing. It's about demons and hunting and just kind of has that dark vibe to it. So if you're looking for like a darker YA read, this is another option. And I believe this is also on Book Outlet. It's on Overdrive, and I got this, I believe, in a bargain section somewhere. Option number 4. Those are the 4 books that I picked off of my shelf that I personally happen to have. If any of you have other options, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I kind of want this to be a voting thing where we vote at the beginning of the month what book we all want to read or what book we all happen to have and want to get to. So if you have other options, leave it down below and I will try and get my hands on a copy if I don't have it. And also think up a sweet punny name for this group because I feel like we deserve that. As far as when a discussion is happening, it's probably going to happen towards the end of the month, which will be fitting because it'll be right around Halloween. So if you guys have any opinions about how you want this to go, if you would like me to go ahead and set up a Goodreads group so we can have like a collaborative place to all meet, let me know. I'm kind of leaving this open to you guys. This is going to be a give and take type thing. I'm just going to kind of moderate it for you. So that's going to be it for this video. If any of these books sound interesting and you want to read them with me this month, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video.